Good afternoon. I am Colonel Billy Wilson, the commander of basic military training. I'm glad we had this opportunity to have a discussion. So, why are you here? I will tell you that you are here to train both your body and your mind.
Be better every day. Be better.
You are here to train your body and your mind. Not one or the other, both. I often ask new recruits, why the Air Force? And I often get, well, I want to be part of an institution. I want to be part of something that is larger than myself.
Remember why you are here. Remember those people that came before you. Everything that you do needs to come with a passion and a vigor that is unmatched.
There will be stress. It will be stressful. And I will tell you that it is stressful by design. So the question remains, when you start feeling stressed out, what are you going to do? Are you going to react or are you going to respond? I expect you to respond to the demands that are being placed upon you, pushing you out of your comfort zone, forcing you to grow, because that's why you're here. You're here to be transformed from what you were to what you need to be, to what your nation needs you to be. Each and every one of you will earn your place here. This will not be given to you. And as you earn your place here and head toward graduation day, having earned it, you will have a sense of accomplishment and fulfillment. And it will be meaningful to you. And as you depart this place, you will be proud of what you've accomplished.
At this time, please find a place to sit. Thank you, and enjoy today's ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the arrival of our official party. Please remain standing for the invocation given by Chaplain Volkovinsky.
Please join me for the invocation if you would. Almighty God, on this momentous day when these men and women finally reach their goal of graduating from BMT, we first thank you for all the support that has helped them achieve this moment, from the MTIs that have led and mentored them to all the support staff working behind the scenes and the loved ones cheering them on from a distance. And as these airmen prepare to transition to the next stage of their careers, instill in them a character of service before self, integrity, and excellence, so that they may live out the lessons they've learned here at BMT. May you bless and keep them as you turn your face towards them, being gracious unto them and giving them peace. Amen.
Thank you, Chaplain. Please be seated. Good morning, and welcome to today's Department of the Air Force Basic Military Training Graduation Ceremony. We would like to introduce our distinguished guests, beginning with the host for today's ceremony, the Commander, Department of the Air Force Basic Military Training, Colonel Billy Wilson, Jr. Representing the Senior Enlisted Leader, Department of the Air Force Basic Military Training, Chief Master Sergeant Jason Marks. The reviewing official, the Commander, 37th Training Wing, Colonel Will Cooper, accompanied by his wife, Beth. The Command Chief, 37th Training Wing, Chief Master Sergeant Carlos Damian. Also in attendance with us today, the Chief, Primary Care Management Team, Colonel Tamar Sauter. Although time does not permit us to introduce all of our distinguished guests, the 737th Training Group is proud to welcome each of you. We hope you enjoy today's ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, prior to today's ceremony, we would like to recognize our newest military training instructors. These instructors have undergone a rigorous 5-month training pathway comprised of formal academic classes and task qualification requirements. They have earned the distinct honor of donning the dark blue campaign hat.
Detail! Halt!
From the 326th Training Squadron, Staff Sergeant Colton McKellis. From the 326th Training Squadron, Technical Sergeant Austin Glenn. From the 326th Training Squadron, Technical Sergeant Aaron Reese. From the 324th Training Squadron, Staff Sergeant Nathaniel Hunter. From the 321st Training Squadron, Technical Sergeant Jessica Saft. At this time, we ask all military training instructors, past and present, to stand in a sign of unity as our newest instructors recite the MTI pledge. The military training instructor hat that I wear
is a symbol of honor, professionalism, integrity, service, and excellence in all I do. My job is one of the most important to the Air Force, and I will spare no effort to properly prepare men and women for military service. I am dedicated to the principles of fairness, firmness, and honesty. I strive for perfection and reject mediocrity, both in my own personal behavior and in the performance of those I lead. I am an Air Force military training instructor, and above all, I am an American Airman.
Or dark hands. House.
The dark blue campaign hat these instructors received today has been the symbol of the MTI Corps since 1974. These instructors will carry on the traditions and esprit de corps of the United States Air Force as they pass on their knowledge to our newest generation of airmen. Our Commander of Airmen is Master Sergeant Jasmine Allen. Colonel Cooper will review today's ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the playing of the national anthem. Thank you. Please be seated.
Ma'am, the parade is formed. Take your post. Give your squadron under arms. Receive the report. Report.
Hey, Squadron All President accounted for, ma'am!
Each squadron all present are accounted for, ma'am. Ma'am, all present or accounted for. Policy orders. Attention to orders. Details for today. Senior Staff Commissioned Officers of the day. Master Sergeant Hill. Light Orchard of Colonel Wilson. Officers. Stay calm. March.
Over the last 7.5 weeks, the men and women before you have transformed from civilians into motivated, disciplined warriors with a foundation to serve in the most powerful military the world has ever known. Once they leave basic military training, they will continue on to technical training to learn skills needed to perform in one of 118 specialties. They will then move on to serve at one of 84 installations around the globe or work directly with our sister services. As they move on to technical training, they will continue to focus on adapting to military requirements, achieving occupational proficiency, and learning how to be highly productive members of the armed forces. These men and women will prepare for increased responsibilities and must ensure they are trained, qualified, and ready to deploy and operate in an expeditionary environment. These graduates are the future of our national defense and will pave the way for the generations that will follow. 737th Training Group, United States Air Force, Joint Base San Antonio-Lackland, Texas. Subject, Commander's Excellence. The Commander Excellence Streamer is awarded to the 320th Training Squadron, Flight 677, for their significant accomplishments demonstrating teamwork, excellence, and esprit de corps during the period of 16 September 2024 to 31 October 2024. Signed, Billy Wilson Jr., Colonel, United States Air Force. The Commander's Excellence Flight was led by Technical Sergeant Divins and Technical Sergeant Olson. Of the hundreds of thousands of American citizens that enter the workforce each year, less than 1% have joined the ranks of the United States military. The graduates before you have reached a milestone in their military journey and will require your continued support to assist them in their future endeavors. Graduates passing review today represent a portion of more than 42,000 men and women who will complete the Department of the Air Force basic military training this year. The 737 Training Group provides all recruits the essential military training to become motivated members of the world's greatest Air Force. The military training instructors are responsible for the indoctrination, development, and discipline of the Airmen. They have dedicated endless hours to ensure all training objectives are met. Today's graduates have proven through academic studies, military training, physical training, and the development of teamwork that they are ready to take their place in the United States Armed Forces. As our graduates turn left onto the bomb run to pass and review, they will march over the enlisted Heroes Walk. The men and women recognized on the papers have been awarded our nation's highest honors, representing heroic and unselfish actions as members of the United States military in armed conflict. Their decorations include 9 Medals of Honor, 23 Air Force Crosses, and 162 Silver Stars, awarded for bravery during encounters with hostile enemy combatants. These enlisted heroes serve to inspire all service members to execute their duties courageously and with honor in their service to this great nation. We would like to direct your attention to our national, state, and territorial flags. As these flags pass in review, please stand and render the appropriate courtesies for our national flag. As a reminder, military members and veterans in uniform will stand at attention and render a salute. We ask that our civilian guests stand and place their right hand over their heart. Veterans and military members not in uniform may either render a salute or place their right hand over their heart. Once the flags have passed, please be courteous of others and be seated in order to allow all of our guests the opportunity to view the flights as they pass in review. Now passing in review, from the 326th Training Squadron, the Commander of Airmen, Master Sergeant Jasmine Allen, Master Military Training Instructor, hometown Toledo, Ohio. From the 322nd Training Squadron, A Squadron Staff, led by Staff Sergeant Jeff Johnson, Military Training Instructor, hometown Atlanta, Georgia. From the 331st Training Squadron, Flight 692, led by Technical Sergeant Marcus Flood, Military Training Instructor, hometown Elgin, South Carolina. Flight 691, led by Staff Sergeant Tyler Day, Military Training Instructor, hometown Rapid City, South Dakota. From the 326th Training Squadron, Flight 688, led by Staff Sergeant Colton McKellis, Military Training Instructor, hometown Salt Lake City, Utah. Flight 687, led by Technical Sergeant Austin Glenn, Military Training Instructor, hometown Bellevue, Nebraska. Flight 686, led by Technical Sergeant Charles Scott, Military Training Instructor Trainer, hometown Douglasville, Georgia. Flight 685, led by Technical Sergeant Preston Reese, Military Training Instructor, hometown Lakeland, Florida. From the 324th Training Squadron, Flight 684, led by Technical Sergeant Joshua Croft, military training instructor trainer, hometown, Mayfield, New York. From the 326 Training Squadron, the Color Guard, led by Staff Sergeant Esteban Saldana, military training instructor, hometown, San Bernardino, California. From the 331st Training Squadron, the Flag Mast, Flight 689 and 690, led by Technical Sergeant Rainier Quaid, military training instructor trainer, hometown, Fairmont, Minnesota.
Get up.
From the 320th Training Squadron, B Squadron Staff, led by Captain Amber Chambers, Flight Commander, hometown, Bryan, Texas. From the 324th Training Squadron, Flight 683, led by Staff Sergeant Nathaniel Hunter, military training instructor, hometown, Hamilton, Texas. From the 322nd Training Squadron, the PT Excellence Flight, Flight 682, led by Technical Sergeant Scott Guilfoyle, military training instructor, hometown, Sacramento, California. The Academic Excellence Flight, Flight 681, led by Staff Sergeant Stephen Hallowwood, military training instructor, hometown, Ann Arbor, Michigan. From the 321st Training Squadron, Flight 680, led by Technical Sergeant Jonathan Gwally, military training instructor, hometown, North Huntington, Pennsylvania. Flight 679, led by Technical Sergeant Jessica Saft, military training instructor, hometown, Springfield, Ohio. From the 320th Training Squadron, Flight 678, led by Technical Sergeant Carlton Eugene, military training instructor trainer, hometown, Union, New Jersey. The Commander's Excellence Flight, Flight 677, led by Technical Sergeant Brandon Dibbins, military training instructor, hometown, Houston, Texas. Ladies and gentlemen, rendering a flying salute to our graduating airmen is the MC-130J Commando 2, call sign Dagger 65, and UH-1N Huey, call sign Wake 16. These aircraft are from two different Air Force MAJCOMs. The M30-130J is from the 492nd Special Operations Wing, Cannon Air Force Base, New Mexico, and the UH-1N Huey is from the 58th Special Operations Wing, Kirkland Air Force Base, New Mexico. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the playing and singing of the United States Air Force song. Thank you. You may be seated. Musical support for this morning's ceremony has been provided by the Airmen of the 321st Training Squadron, performing under the direction of Staff Sergeant Jacob Wright, Military Training Instructor, hometown, Plano, Texas. These individuals have been hand-selected to perform for today's ceremony. In addition to completing all basic training syllabus and training requirements, Drum and Bugle Corps members commit additional training hours for practice throughout their weeks of training. Their extra effort and commitment demonstrate teamwork and the Air Force's core value of service before self. With each Drum and Bugle Corps performance, they honor the long-standing tradition of live music and formal military ceremonies. We would like to take a moment to congratulate all of our honored graduates as well as their families. Basic military training honor graduates distinguish themselves by being ranked in the top 10% of all graduates in their class. The exceptional personal dedication, integrity, service before self, and sustained excellence they display throughout basic military training earn them this outstanding distinction. As the flights march forward for the oath of enlistment, we would like to thank all of the families and friends who are here to support those graduating today for your support to our mission and the greatest power the world has ever known. Your words of encouragement has helped motivate these graduates through 7.5 weeks of basic military training. Ladies and gentlemen, Colonel Cooper will now come forward and address our graduating class.
All right, folks, can you hear me okay? That's shaky. We're gonna start. People to my right. Give me a high. High. Not bad, not bad. People to my left. Give me a, whoa, 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 we jumping. To my far left. Give me a hello. There you go. People in the middle. Give me a hey. Hey. Nice. Next one. And you're speaking to your loved ones out here. Good morning. Good morning. I don't think they heard you. Good morning. Good morning. One more time. Good morning. Good morning. That's not bad, folks. Give yourself a round of applause. So folks, I got a hot 3.5 minutes to talk to you, so we're going to try to keep this short and sweet and get to the point. To my families who are here, my loved ones, thank you. Whether you know it or not, you guys were all on the same journey that got you to this point. So if you can, stand up, say hello to someone you don't know. Go ahead, stand up, say hello to someone you don't know. All right, good job, good job, good job. Everybody take a seat. Here's the reason why it's interesting, folks. Probably about 7.5, maybe 8 weeks ago, you guys all started a journey together. You didn't know about it. That first part of the journey, you was probably happy because your loved one made a decision about their future. That second phase, you're probably a little anxious, a little nervous, as you took your loved one to the maps to drop them off before they shipped out. Then at some point, there was fear. Fear because you hadn't heard from them. Fear because you didn't know if they were making it. Fear is what you all shared. And then at some point, they finally gave you that phone call to let you know they're alive and well, and you felt relief. And today you get to share in joy, knowing that your loved one not only completed this challenge, but they proved you right, and they're a little better for it. So give them a round of applause. I love the enthusiasm over there. Good job. You're welcome. At some point last night, hopefully you guys all went out to eat someplace. Some people went to McDonald's. I don't know why, but they did. Right? It's okay. Some went to Five Guys. Own it. That's all right. But at some point last night, you had the opportunity to talk to your loved one, and they shared some of the experience with you. And at some point, I am quite certain they talked about a specific individual called a military training instructor. Is that right? Yeah, they did. These folks in the campaign hats with the stoic face, the tight uniforms, that's the bridge between you and them. They had a burden of fatigue, burden of doubt, burden of frustration, as they molded these wonderful young men and women into what you see here today. But they also get a blessing. The blessing is that they coached and they molded these trainees to not just be ready for the Air Force, to be ready for the world. And they also have the blessing of knowing that they are someone's role model. So give them a round of applause. And finally, to the people that we are here to see today, our airmen. You folks also had a burden. You had a burden of anxiety, fear, frustration, confusion, and most likely doubt. At some point, you doubted yourself. You doubt if you can make it through. But at some point, there's another little voice that kicked in. Maybe it was a voice from your wingman to say you can do it. Maybe it's the voice, the thought of today, knowing that your loved one's gonna be here and you wanna make them proud and prove it to them that you can do it. Or maybe, just maybe, it was your own voice. Your own voice that said, I can do this. I will do this. And today you get to say, I did this. So great job out of you. Round of applause, folks. The Air Force is going to provide you a lot of blessings throughout your career. It might be travel, it might be pay, it might be benefits, whatever it might be. They're all valuable. But to me, the most valuable is this, connection. At some point during your time of basic military training, you had a hard time. And at some point, there was someone there that helped you get through that hard time that you didn't know before you got here. That's a relationship. At some point throughout your time in the Air Force, you're going to have another tough time. And those connections, those relationships are going to help you. Help you enjoy the moments, the small moments and the big moments, better. Help you get through those confusion moments. And most importantly, when life beats you down, because at some point life is going to beat us all down, those connections, those extra people out there that you met in the Air Force that help you and love you for who you are, it's going to help you get through, help you stand back up. So my hope is that you take advantage of all those connections. Because at some point, whether it is now, 4 years, 20 years, 34 years down the line, you're going to leave this Air Force a little bit better. And you're going to realize that we all share the same journey. Every single one of us here has the same journey. And that journey is to become the person we're meant to be. Each and every one of us are taking a step each day to become the person that we are meant to be. And you're fortunate to be in the Air Force with other people who are doing that same journey who want to see you succeed. So when you leave here, this Air Force, my hope is that you're one step closer. We appreciate everything that you have done. You are the sunrise for this Air Force. We're proud of you, and we know you're going to do great. So in closing, I just have one question for all the wonderful men and women out here in the parade field today. Are you ready to join the world's greatest Air Force? Yeah, folks, I think they are. Give them a round of applause.
Please stand as Colonel Cooper will now administer the oath of enlistment. Instructors, place your flights at attention.
Please raise your right hands and repeat after me. I state your full name. Do solemnly swear or affirm.
Do solemnly swear.
That I will protect, support, and defend the Constitution of the United States.
That I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States.
Against all enemies, foreign and domestic.
Against all enemies, foreign and domestic.
That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same.
That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same.
And that I will obey the orders of the President of the United States.
That I will obey the orders of the President of the United States.
And the orders of the officers appointed over me.
And the orders of the officers appointed over me.
According to regulations and the Uniform Code of Military Justice.
According to regulations and the Uniform Code of Military Justice.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations again, folks. Good job, people.
Thank you, Colonel Cooper. Please remain standing while our graduates recite the Airman's Creed and for the departure of the official party. I am an American Airman.
I am a warrior. I am my nation strong. I am an American Airman. My mission is to fly, fight, and win. I am able to acquire a heritage, a tradition of honor, and a legacy of valor. I am an American Airman. Guardian of liberty and justice. My nation's sword and shield. Exceptionally independent. I defend my country with my life. I am an American Airman. Winning, leader, warrior.
As a reminder, military members and veterans in uniform will stand at attention and render a salute as the U.S. flags pass. We ask that our civilian guests stand and place their right hand over their heart. Veterans and military members not in uniform may either render a salute or place their right hand over their heart. Once the flags have passed, please be courteous of others and be seated in order to allow all of our guests the opportunity to view the flights as they pass. As a reminder, the flights are positioned as viewed from the bleachers. To the left of the reviewing stand, flights 692, 691, 688, 687, 686, 685, 684, and to the right of the reviewing stand, flights 683, 682, 681, 680, 679, 678, 677. Please remain in your seating area. The graduates will be dismissed momentarily. Town pass ends at 1800 hours. When dropping off members, please stay in your vehicle. Family members are not authorized to enter any training area.